Blake Groupie, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
From a talent standpoint, Drake May has every physical quality that you're looking for to play modern-day NFL quarterback. He can, of course, make all the throws. He's big, strong, and he is a very good athlete. He just needs some time. He needs to sit back and wait for his opportunity to play. Looks like that day is today, and I think if he goes out and plays to that potential, this is the first step of him becoming a legitimate NFL franchise quarterback.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and long. Back to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's complete to Diggs. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Saints offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score. And it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, it's Kamara. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
He'll drop to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll run. It's Kamara. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Rashid Shaheed, touchdown Saints.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Saints are out to a 10-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
May to throw on 2nd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And 3rd down coming up.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. And in motion, it's Diggs. One quarter in the books. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. On 2nd down, it's May. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Now Stevenson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Stevenson. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Third and 6. Throwing now is May. Open man, the tight end, Hooper. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Saints offense and receiver Rashid Shaheed set for their next drive. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They're going to go right back to Kamara. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, Gibson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll run here with Gibson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Demario Davis there on the play. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Here's Bryce Behringer now as he's on to punt for New England. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw, left side, that's Johnson.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's their punter now. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw now, May will set up the screen for Gibson. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one to the veteran Hooper. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
May now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to New Orleans. After this, here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, it's May. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Throw right side to Olave.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll look to throw again. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this is not what they were hoping for. He is out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Patriots offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one complete to Hollins. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. May going to look to throw. Open man, the tight end, Hooper. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. May to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he will score. Mac Hollins. Touchdown, New England. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Patriots are on the board. It's 10-7. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. This will be a Saints first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. He'll work forward for a couple. Robert Spillane spills him there. Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number two kicks off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Third and 5. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Throwing on third down is May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Now he takes off. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. Cole Strange, former first-round pick, guilty there. They'll give this to Stevenson, running right. And stretching it out toward the sideline, but the defense gets to him. He'll be taken down for a loss.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. Quick throw here is complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short, and here is May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
They'll look to run with Stevenson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Pistol give to Kamara. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. Now Kamara. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Harold Landry there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll look to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard now?
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
They'll run on 1st down with Stevenson. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, it's May. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That one taken in by Douglas. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. May going to look to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Mac Hollins. Touchdown, New England. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Patriots move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 10. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A run here with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throw right side to Olave. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On second down, here's a run with Kamara. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Big play coming up. This is third down. Back to throw. He gets that to his tight end, Moreau. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run here with Kamara. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Here now, second down and goal. A pass taken in by Miller. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Throwing here on third and goal. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Brandon Cooks, touchdown Saints. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and through. And the Saints extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. That is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Keith Werner.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play. can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. This one on target to Olave. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The Saints lining up in punt formation as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is as good as you can possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. This is 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, New England.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
May to the air once more. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Saints offense ready to take over once again. They'll start in the red zone already. This drive beginning at the 20. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A give running right with Kamara. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go again here with Kamara. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the Saints. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL